Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Last time we arrived here in the Lava Dome, though technically this should be impossible since we would basically be liquefied as soon as we got close to this thing, but oh well, video game logic, it's fine. But yeah, we got ourselves a nice new helm last time, and we fought around against some new enemies, like these guys. We fought these guys already once before, but I would like to show off the fast way of killing them, assuming Reuben is smart enough to go first. There we go. Yeah, I know I showed off one-shotting two of these guys before, but it just happened to be the first battle I ran into, so it's a good idea if you can. And with the rest of those guys all finished off, we can now move forward through this area. Now, once we're done grabbing, well, finishing off this guy, which should be a quick battle, especially when they're by themselves, pretty much any two attacks are going to take them out, so axe, you know, claw, whatever, doesn't really matter. Anyway, if you hit this button, looks like the Quake symbol from Zelda, but it opens that door. Once you've opened that door, do not leave the area. You'll have to hit this switch all over again. However, we do want to backtrack to the entrance to the area. I will do that mostly off screen, and I will see you in a moment. Alright, I said I'd do most of it off screen. I have. That's the first cave we went into in the last episode. Going up there would lead out of the area. We do not want to do that. But we do want to head down the right side this time, since it leads to a dead end. Those ninja guys, and maybe some other guys, I don't know, but they seem to use blindness a lot in this area. These are probably the most difficult enemies you can run into in here. If you run into more than two of them, when it's just two, you should be able to one-shot them with a white spell, I believe. Just want to double-check that. There we go. Yeah. I believe we just want to go... Yeah, I don't think there's anything over there. So let's head in here and get access to another treasure chest. None of the undead enemies in here can be killed with any of your cure spells or anything like that, so I wouldn't waste your time doing that. They only do about 400 damage. You need about 600 damage or 700 damage to take out any of the enemies around here. I don't even know how much turtles have because I one-shot them every single time unless I miss. But yeah, very simple battle. Should be able to finish them off as long as Reuben gets his turn. There we go. And if we head over here, take on a couple more of these quick guys, should be pretty easy. Get fire spell going. Kill you, and then one-shot the middle guy, or, well, two-shot him, but it's not going to last another round, that's for sure, unless I miss. Of course I'm going to miss now, aren't I? Nope. I did not miss. That's a good thing. Boom. Can I blow you up? Alright, and after doing that, we finally get the life spell. Now we can each one-shot pretty much any enemy that we run into normally in the rest of the game, because life just toggles between life and death. The other thing that it does, if you use it in battle anyway, is it will... is there anything up here? No. It will restore all your status elements as well as healing you and reviving you from death. In battle, it is the ultimate spell. It is really, really abusive. For the most part, I won't use too much of it that way, but I will make use of it at specific times. And like if Reuben can't one-shot any of the enemies on the screen at the time, then chances are I'm just going to cast a life spell so I can one-shot something. It's also a way of getting around blindness if you happen to get inflicted with it. You can one-shot enemies without having to heal your blindness until after battle. Go. There's a bunch of enemies around here. I'll finish the rest of these guys off screen. Okay, we're back. I don't know what these things are. Like, throw a bomb at them, it doesn't do anything. Sword, axe, claw. Nothing seems to do anything. I don't even know why they're there, but I guess it's just so you have to fight at least one of those enemies or something. Who knows? Alright, what do we got here? Bombs! More bombs! I have lots of bombs. Let's jump. Why not? Don't do a lot of jumping. I do when I'm playing off screen just because I get bored. The other thing is, you know, lots of fast forward, but If I feel like playing around with things, then I'll definitely make use of the jump as much as I can. And look, he dies. Got a weird animation when he takes some damage. I always like the animation of them getting kind of stuck into, oh, what is it? I gotta check my map here. The genie enemies. It's always funny watching them get stuck inside of their own lamps or whatever. Disappearing into the mist. Alright, I am almost out of spell charges again. Let's demonstrate the life spell. Well, you can one-shot those guys anyway, so why bother? There we go. But yeah, with the life spell, you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to one-shot an enemy pretty much each and every time you want to. So that's pretty helpful if you've run out of charges, and it gives you a reason to actually make use of all of the white spell charges that you get throughout the game, because otherwise there's not really a whole lot of reason to use a lot of them. You don't need to heal all that often, and you get more than enough cure potions to handle it with just items. The only time you really need to do a lot of healing with spells is in battle. You can also use it to one-shot these bigger enemies that you won't be able to kill with one-shot with any of your character's attacks unless you critical. Gotta love that critical. Alright. So yeah, that cave that was up there was just the cave I just went into to do this section of the area. Yeah, let's just cast a life spell. Why not? That way I don't have to wait for the bomb to probably activate first and then screw up my whole strategy. Alright. So, we're not over here before, but we did kill the enemy that's up there. If we head up there and go over to the left, that'll lead us to where we got it was the Moon Helm, or whatever it was. Whenever you use the life spell, it deals the exact amount of HP that the enemy has, and in the case of these guys, they have 666 HP. Because the game loves to be clever that way. You know, I'll show you. I used it in the last battle just because I was being lazy. I didn't want to recover more spell charges, but I probably need to use a seed relatively shortly here. Yeah, nothing up here that we need to do. Yeah, if you leave the area after stepping on that switch down there, the door closes and you get kind of screwed. Oh, did I just forget to go get that item that was down here? I did. Cure potions. Well, I'm using them. I might as well. Alright. Got more hot wings. Okay, I took care of the enemies that were in here. There's about 4 of them. Yeah, there was one of those steno enemies, the ones that look like Medusa. They use, what is it? Petrify touch when they hit you. Or when you hit them. So if you hit them, they're going to petrify you. And then she decided she was going to paralyze Ryuben on the very next turn. And so he didn't get his attack in. And then he was locked in paralyzed for the rest of the battle, which lasted about a minute. And then I got game over. That was fun. For a really easy game, it's kind of odd that they decided to give out, such a, a high chance of getting game over. I guess that's why they put the give up option in, so you don't have to worry about that. But I used a seed now, so I have access to all of the better spell charges again. And the salamanders, the new enemy here, or whatever they're called, are weak to, of course, ice, because they're salamanders. And because it's a fire area. Either one. Both make sense to me. Can Ryuben one-shot them? He can. Awesome. I don't think you can one-shot them with a bomb, though. I'm gonna kill all these guys. Okay, we cleared out all those enemies. Let's head on up here. We'll pick up a little bit of the treasure along our way here. Most of the items that we get now really aren't all that worth it. I'm just collecting them for the sake of completion. We don't really need a lot of cure potions anymore. Actually, do I need to go this way? I think I do. Yes, I do. But yeah, so other than, filling up on bombs, we don't really need a lot of the remaining items. We have seeds. Those are the all-important ones. And as long as we have seeds, we can do pretty much whatever we want. I need to go and get those. It's going the wrong way. I want to get down there. All right, I do that right from the start. I always forget the general layout of this room for some reason, even if I'm just looking at a map, which I did before I started recording, and I just seem to get confused. I don't know why. I guess it's doing its job. It's a labyrinth. Not really, but my brain doesn't work. Not my fault. Kinda is, but whatever. Heal potions! Cure potions. And I was going to say I'll meet you up there, because it's very straightforward to get there, but I didn't actually walk over there yet. So, sure, why not? We'll walk all the way around. Again. And jump for something to do. Yay! Whee! And then we're going to go fast forward, and we're going to go fast forward. Because that'll save me a little bit of time. And then we will slaughter all these guys. Okay, and for defeating all those guys, we get cure potions, which I guess I used a few of, so sure, I'll take them. Alright, I think I already had that on, actually. I think this just leads to an empty room. Ooh, 2 of them. I can't possibly survive 2 of them. Where's my Blizzard's Ball? There we go. And they're gone. Assuming Reuben hits. And he hits critical. Awesome. Yeah, this place... Yeah, it is a dead end. Okay, fine. This place can be very mazy. And because it's so mazy, it's very easy to get lost in here. And I did a lot when I was younger. I really pissed off one time because I could not find my way out of this area to save my life. Walked around for hours, well, not hours, probably about an hour trying to find the door, even after I'd killed all the enemies. And I'm just going to use life on these guys because it's the only way I can take them out in 1 round. Makes my life easier, makes use of the spell charges that I otherwise wouldn't really use all that much of. Let's use one of those spell charges that way. You don't want to fall down there, that's not going to help matters. We do want to head into the area there. Really had to miss, didn't I? Yeah, well. Okay, Reuben goes second, then Reuben goes first and does all the heavy lifting by himself. Yeah, falling down there leads you back to an area we've already been to. This leads you to heading on further with the area. I know I haven't really talked too much about, which direction I'm going or whatever when we've been going through this area, and it's somewhat difficult to follow just because but if you have a map, and I would highly recommend looking at a map for this, then it's not too bad. In fact, I used to use, I can't use any good spell to one-shot you guys. I'll use that one instead. I used to use VG Mapper when I was trying to get, Super Nintendo maps, but the site's closed down now. The one I'm looking at today is Mike's RPG Center. I just happen to have some, actual maps from there, not like hand-drawn maps or anything like that, like in-game maps with the enemies and the treasure chests on it and all that stuff. And, letters to indicate which direction you're going to head to based on which door you go through and all that kind of stuff. And it's very, very helpful. I guess I can go kill this guy. I'm going to slaughter all the enemies in this room, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, finished off all those guys. I'm doing a lot more battles off screen in this area just because of how huge it is, and it would take me forever if I did, a whole bunch of battles on screen. Not that it really makes a huge amount of difference, with a lot of the battles, everything's basically the same over and over again. Now that we have Life Spell, Benjamin can pretty much always one-shot something if he needs to. And, ooh, lots of treasure. Like that. Bombs. Cure potions. Heal potions. More bombs. Let me guess, more bombs. Game. Didn't give it to me when I needed it. Now that I don't need it, look at all the bombs I get. Yeah, for the rest of the game, you're not going to use nearly as many bombs as you've been using at other points throughout the rest of the game. So, I don't know, just kind of start expecting to see a lot of that. And eventually we'll max out our supply of heal potions as well, and then we'll start seeing that we can't open half the bloody treasure chests. Cure potions. At least cure potions we can make use of on kind of a regular basis, especially with the way I play and forgetting to heal all the time. But anyway, I think I'm getting everything, aren't I? Yeah. Cure potions. Can't go down there unless we go up this way, so let's do that. I don't think there's anything down below on the far right there. We'll fight one battle on screen, sure. Not like they're super difficult. The reason why in games like this and when I Let's Played Breath of Death, I included a lot of the battles. In fact, I didn't cut out very many battles in Breath of Death at all, just because there really isn't much else to that kind of game. Eventually, I'll make an LP for Cthulhu Saves the World. I've already done multiple test runs. I just have to do a few more to get myself acclimated to the game again. I don't think I'll do it anytime in the next 2 or 3 LPs, just because I've got multiple other games in mind and stuff like that. But yeah, the games are just so small, so short, that they would be entirely too short if I didn't show at least some of the battles. But at the same time, like in larger dungeons, I'll probably want to cut out a bunch of them just to make my life easier as far as recording goes. And, you know, especially if I can cut them all out at once, like I can do in both games, either because the enemies are on screen in this game, or in the case of the other one. Oh yeah, that was just bombs. In the case of Cthulhu, it's just like Breath of Death. You can encounter battles just by going to the menu and selecting Fight, and fill out all the enemies for a specific area. Oh, well, thunder it is. Can I one-shot you guys with thunder? I don't even know. No, I cannot. That kind of sucks. Probably should have used white. Yeah, I should have used white. Oh well. There we go. Finish off these guys. Of course, now we get critical hit. There we go. There's not much to this area over this rest of the area. We're almost at the end. This is one of the battles you're going to run into a lot. I figure I'll show this one off. Before you get the light spell, you can use Blizzard spell on the ninja. After you get it, I would recommend using the light spell on you, and normal attacking with Ryuben on the Stena, or whatever her name was. That way you can take out 2 of them in 1 round, and and then finish off the last one there afterward, as long as people don't miss. Yeah, but basically you'll want Ryuben to take out the middle one there every time, regardless. It's all dead ends up here. You can't do anything. See? Back down. There we go. But yeah, so always have him kill the center enemy in that battle, and then after that you'll have Benjamin either take care of the one on the left, or there's nothing there. The left or the right, just so that you can kill 2 of them in 1 round. Alright, took care of both those enemies there. Good, there's no enemies up here. More cure potions. They give you a lot of cure potions around here. That's fine, I need to use them anyway. Alright, we've got boss time coming up, and I need to use a seed. And some cure potions. Finally got our HP up to the same level as Ryuben there, 1040. Notice that I'm at level 26 to get there, and he's only level 23. A lot of times your characters come in with more HP than you're going to be able to get by the time you reach the same level. So, anyway, actually I'm not going to save over there. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this one. Next time we'll take on this dragon, and hopefully free the fire crystal from its deadly grasp. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.